Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Undercover ET UK. Happy Saturday to everyone. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. We've got a mixed bag for you today. We've got stuff out of the UK from Gavin Young yet again. We've got stuff out of Belfast, Northern Ireland, MB, and we've also got a massive story out of Kansas, and it's incredible. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail, and we'll leave that for last because we're going to spend the most time over in the US today. Thank you so much for all my support. I need more support. Honestly, I feel like the 500 subscribers is going to come. My goal is much larger. I'm not going to even tell you what figure I'm aiming for. I've got a bigger figure in mind, but this is a cracking start, folks. And to be honest, it's just really watch time that I'm lacking for monetization. So if you want to help me out, subscribe to the channel, watch my videos all the way through, even if you don't want to hear my voice. It would be a massive help. I think I'm going to get there either way, folks, and I really, really, really am thankful for all the support. We're going to start off with Gavin. He's just sent this in to me this morning. Gavin, let me know in the comments exactly when this was taken, whether it's an old video or one you just took recently. It's cloudy out there, so I'll be surprised if you've got this sky. I would imagine it's August, September, somewhere like that, but let me know. Okay, I'm just going to play it for you in full. Again, he's at the coast. Nothing really, really obvious until we get to around 42 seconds or something like that. But there is an interesting object that we should look at. Now, for anyone who's new to the channel, Gavin's been sending in video after video. He's caught saucers, he's caught white objects, he's caught all sorts in the same spot that he films every single day or every single week. And he's done a fabulous job. I don't know how many videos you've sent in now, Gavin. Maybe, I don't know, 15? That's the object, folks. Maybe 15, 20, who knows? It's up there. And some of the footage is absolutely epic. And some people might go, well, that's clearly a bug. We're going to get into it, folks. We're going to get into it. And for this, I do need to pump the volume up just a little bit. I heard something then. Is that you, Gav? Yeah. It didn't sound like a proper click there. I thought I was back here. Okay, what we're going to do, felt like there was a click, but this is incredibly hard to do because we're at the ocean, and the ocean sucks because all we're hearing is the water. But what we might do is we might see more if we just change the contrast there. There is a click there. That's a smegging click. Is there anything that's not showing up? So Gavin, what's happening here is where you're zoomed in, there's something going over the sight of the lens or below it in that moment. That's a definite click. I feel like there's something else there, but I'll deep dive it a bit more in a second. We'll keep going. Cool. Let's change the contrast back to what it was. Super quick. Now again, you know, if it's by the lens, yeah, could look like that, but we know Gavin, don't we? Cool. There is a click there as well. You hear it like a. I'll turn it up. But before we do, that's about as good as we're going to get of a screen grab, and you can see how it looks very similar to what we were seeing in Australia, folks. You know, you've got this plasma going around the object, and then we've got the objects inside. Without shadow of a doubt, it's good. Gav 10. I don't even know where we're at with you, Gav. Right. Let me open up Pickwish and do the thing. And there's the click, folks. Just that. Wow. I'll go normal speed. Excuse me. I'll go normal speed. And that's how I know, how we know, that it's not a bug or a bird. It's giving us the click, even from that distance. That's pretty amazing, right? It's pretty amazing. For anyone who's wondering about the AI, it's not going to add anything to the image. It's just going to try and take out the blur and define the lines. And you can see here, this is plasma. This is the object in question. Really, really cool. You know what? That deserves to go again. Really cool. You know, when you know you can confirm it's not a bug because you're getting the click, it's worth putting in a bit of time and effort to see what we're getting here. It's so, like, covers itself so well, but you can see where we've got a bit of light coming off here. You can kind of see a shape. They're buggers, mate. They're buggers. Turn it all the way down for a second. Okay, let's see if we can just pick it up a little bit better. That's what we got before. Looks like it's got... That looks interesting, doesn't it? Looks like there's some lines going around the whole thing there. It's a bit different to what we normally get. Go all in. It's too fuzzy. I'm gonna stick with that. I think that's as good as we're gonna get there. It's just pot luck, because if it's too close to the lens, in terms of it's closer to to you than it is the plane, and it's just showing up close to where you're visually able to record, it's pot luck. You don't, you know, if it travels at the right distance, at the right angle, at the right pace, you might get really lucky. And that's the plan, isn't it? That's the goal. That's the hope. At least we're getting more of a dark defined edge. This is going to be blurry, this will be blurry, but we'll see what we get with that, because we're getting somewhere. Well, it's worth just trying, isn't it? We don't really know if it's going to give us 100% this is what it is, but we do know what we're looking at is a UAP. A strange shape, man. It's like got plasma here. Told you it'd be fuzzy here and it'd be fuzzy here because it's just not defined lines, but it's picking up all the other defined parts, and you can see it's got like a roundish top here. Very strange shape, but they do shapeshift in mid-air, and it makes things very awkward. And that's it. It's off the screen. That's all we're getting, folks. I want to go back here because I'm sure there is something else. I'm fairly positive, but it's just incredibly hard to see. I think there's another click in there somewhere. Where's the volume? Gotcha. I got it. There's the click. And then object comes in super fast, super far away as well. It's very barely visible. Look at that bastard. Super fast. Hello. Hello, sweet child of mine. What we got? Not as defined as I would have liked, but you know what? We found it. 2 UAP and 2 clicks. Took a little while to get that one. Oh, is that it? I knew it weren't that I knew it weren't that defined. It's gone off the screen. Look, it's that bloody quick. Just gone, man. Just gone. Damn. You know what? That you could say that's probably closer to the plane than you, mate. Look at that in the distance, mate. That is just UAP tagging the plane, like from you've caught it from all the way there. You've actually heard the click from all the way there as well. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. We'll never get a good image out of it because it's just too far away. But fuck me, mate. That's insane. I wouldn't say it's over the plane, but it's pretty damn close, I tell you. It's just guessing, but I've seen so much of Gavin's footage, and this is the first time I can honestly say that an object is actually looking closer to the plane than it is to Gavin. And we had the click, and I'm just going to go back to normal speed. just way up there. Thanks very much, Gavin. That's awesome, man. Okay, on to MB. MB in Belfast. This is a strange one. Now, this was one you sent, shared with the other guys a while back. So this is not recent, but it shows us something different. You know what? I'll just play it in full. It shows us something a little different, folks. Now, you did hear some noises, and she is stood on gravel, so it takes some doing to work out the clicks, but we're going to do it. It's only a short clip, so I'm going to go to 25. First of all, this thing starts as a translucent orb and then turns into something solid but very paper thin. It's not alone. We just had a click. It's just tagged the bird. That's MB stood on gravel. Alright, we're going to deep dive this one because there's more going on than what meets the eye here. For sure. So, let's start off by giving us some contrast change so we can see what's going on in the skies easier, first of all. We're getting the click. There's a click that just happened there, and there's the objects. Okay. Now, before that one comes up, oh, that's super fast. Oh, that's really fast. Mother flippers. Look how quick this thing is, man. One shoots right across here. And that, I think... it's before that moment. There, look. Little bastard. In real time, folks, you ain't even going to see it. Look. And it's got a tiny thing with it. Tiny thing with it. But look. I mean, that's it. You know. It's that vague. You can see it's kind of got a bullet UAP saucer potential shape. I don't know, but that is just super quick. And if I go back, I'll just let it play off in this speed. Oh, hang on, it glitches out sometimes when it started in this speed. You see it? See how fast it is? It's already gone. Oh my God. Super quick. That's ridiculous, look. So I play it in real time. We're getting that crisscrossing again between the two objects. You know, that's just, we see that time and time again, the crisscrossing. That's insane. Anyway, thanks very much, MB. This is Northern Ireland. I can't remember exactly when it was taken, but if you're watching, let me know in the comments exactly when it was, MB. Brilliant. Keep them coming in. Right, okay, we're on to Kansas. My God. So, a little bit of homework on Kansas. Jason Stark. He said he wanted to chat. He's active right now. Hi, Jason. He said he wanted to do a voice call. So I said, yeah, I'm ready to do a voice call right now. This was at 1:11 in the morning for me, okay? You can see we're sharing pictures at 2:23. And I can tell you the conversation ended at about 3:30 in the morning. It went on for some time. I thought I was only going to give him 20 minutes, but I could hear in his voice that he had a lot to say. The only way you could make it up is if you said the same story again and again and again and again and again until you believed it. And I don't think he's that type of guy, you know. He's a genuine family man. He sent this to me on accident, actually. He was trying to send me one photo and he sent me this. Look at that. It looks like you and your kid are having fun, man. And to be honest with you, like, you just want to make sure your family are safe, right? That's what it's all about. And, you know, so I'm going to go and give a little bit of detail. And it was really late. It was really late at night for me, Jason. So I'm trying to remember everything. But in a nutshell, he lived in Kansas. Lived in Kansas, and what happened was he started getting activity, and a lot of people would go paranormal activity because it does seem like paranormal activity. It seems like ghosts or some kind of crazy stuff. But I'm glad that straight away he was on the same page as me on this topic, and he was like, look, it's friggin' well, his words, it's aliens. And I corrected him and said, look, non-human intelligence, because technically they were there, they were here before us. I believe that, it's logical. So I try and step away from the alien thing and more onto the ET or non-human intelligence thing. Anyway, he sent me loads of footage, and well, let me just chuck these in here. He sent me all these. We got. Let's start with the pictures. So this one was taken by his truck, okay, and he's talking now. We're going a little bit off topic now. This is where it seems paranormal, okay. He's seeing a lot of shape-shifting people. Sounds crazy? I'm just telling you what he's told me, all right? And you can see from this this is his truck. Okay, this is his truck right here. And Jason, I want you to lay it down in the comments. Give me as much information on all of this as you can. Whoever this is, and it looks like a man with a beard, right? It's what you typically look like if you're a scientist or an inventor, even. You can see his back leg, his shoe, his sock is here. But his body is upright and his legs are missing. Okay, it looks like his legs are back here and his body's here. And he's been seeing this quite regularly. Okay, I don't know what to tell you, folks. He's been seeing this quite regularly, and it gets deeper. It gets deeper. He also seen UFOs. He's been recording UFOs. Excuse me. He's been recording UFOs in the skies, and we've seen this before. In fact, we saw this on one of Fred's videos. If you go back onto Fred's page, we saw something similar to this. Zip right past his stabilised camera. Awesome. Tell me a little bit about this light. I know you did last night, but tell us more in the comments. Okay. We're going to start with this. Creepy as hell. Okay, so he sent me this and he said, can you let me know what the football looking thing is? And the object next to it that looks like it's got really big teeth. Unfortunately, it goes right up to his window, which is got rain and bugs on it. So, not good. Couldn't really see too much. Really difficult. But apparently these objects do not belong in his back garden. Right? Look at that. And I was sat there thinking, oh, it looks like a fucking angry dog, or... I was sat there thinking, it looks like an angry dog. It just looks... It looks completely still. And I'm not sure what this is, but it does resemble a football. Just a big one. You know? At this point, I'm thinking it's got to be a joke, right? Because this is the first thing I looked at, and didn't really get much from Jason at the start. It was just a contact, look, have a look at these, can you see anything? And I was like, well, apart from the bug that we're getting flying across the window here, I don't see too much. Now, after talking to Jason last night, he was trying to film these bugs purposely because apparently they were glowing. They were glowing, and they're all over his window. You can see that one's glowing there. And you look, right? So I kind of like understand what he's saying. I'm like, okay, glowing bugs, that would be weird. The teeth thing, I don't know. The teeth thing, I don't know, folks. It's freaky. Anyway, what I did is I stopped it in the moment where I found it was clearest, okay? And I did some homework, folks. I proper changed the contrast, you know, went through everything, and then eventually took it to Pickwish. And this is what I found. Yeah. Honestly, the teeth are not teeth. This looks like a glowing stone inside a hand being held by what looks like a humanoid being, only small in height, larger eyes than what we would expect. I can see a nose. I can see a gem implanted into the centre of the forehead. It's even got hair coming down here. I don't know whether it's male or female. I'm kind of leaning towards female. If anyone's seen the image of the female ET, it looked female, sat in a pod, looked like it was on stasis, looked completely fake as hell. It went around the internet, a few people, I don't know where it came from. I can't even find the image anymore. If anyone can, please let me know. What do you think? I mean, I honestly, and look, I won't do it all. It took me ages to get to this point. But I took it from this image, I promise you, and I'll try and, like, you see how, like, we just got this glow for a split moment, and now you're looking at it, you can't unsee it, folks. Yeah? And look, if I deep dive, if I go into it, like really go into it, you can see how I've got the image. You can see actually these aren't teeth, these are actually, it's down here being held by someone that's missing some detail, right? Got some hair even, a forehead, a nose, eyes, okay? And I didn't even see that when I was doing this. I was just trying to get the best still, clearing up the image, going into brightness, taking it all away, doing all that. And that's what I came up with, folks. You can see the lights clearly glistening off this being's face. And honestly, there's nothing, out of all the work I've ever done on UFOs, and I always go, look, that's a solid UFO. You can see that the Pickwish has taken the blur out, and you can just see it's done the same thing here, folks. It's not created. I've not asked Pickwish to implement any image, just to take away the blur and highlight what needs to be highlighted that's coming up brighter, and to define all the lines inside the image. That's all it does. Okay, I haven't programmed it in any way to go, give me an alien being, 4 foot tall, gem in the centre of his head, holding a crystal. I haven't done any of that. Alright? The fact that this person is seeing glowing bugs on his window, glowing bugs, and Jason will tell you, he thought this was an angry looking fucking dog. Or a demon spirit. Or something. And when I showed him this, I said, no, man, it's an ET. And it just confirmed what he really felt all along, because he's been filming them in the skies. Okay? And this story gets mental, folks. It gets mental, okay? So, he's just moved into this place, this new place. Okay, he's moved out of this place that I'm showing you now. This is in Kansas. Jason, you'll have to refresh my memory. Let me know in the comments where you've moved to now. But he took me round his whole place last night over video. I've got a picture on my phone which I will add into this video. But yeah, it's phenomenal. Okay, we spoke for ages. He told me that he had to move out of the place that I'm looking at right now, and he moved into a new place in a different state. And it was happening while I was on the phone to him. He was hearing footsteps. It was all kicking off, and it turns out, and he looked his landlord in the eye before he moved in and asked her, has anyone died in the flat? And she said no. It turns out the last 2 people that lived there did die, and they died of a lung infection. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, but you said lung infection, and it was a mysterious one that they didn't know what it was, okay? You've since caught that same infection, and you was really ill and lucky to be here. So the story then gets serious, folks. It gets really serious, and we're going to get into more footage now. The last picture I'm going to show you is really creepy. Really, really creepy.
No, you need a fan, bud.
So this is Jason. This is his old back garden. You can see there's lights back here. They don't belong there, folks. He doesn't know what they are. He's now stood there with his family, lights on, watching this unfold, waiting for something to come out. You know, like he's trying to protect his family here. It seems creepy, but he's told me that where these lights are, there's a transformer panel in the ground, and it goes underground, and it goes all the way to a power plant up the road. Jason, let me know what power plant that is in the comments. But it's just ironic that we're getting ET activity at this property. We've got certain things around that would suggest that maybe they're trying to gain a recharge, maybe they're paying you a visit while they're stopping off. Who knows? I honestly don't know, man. What I do know is when you first had an encounter with these things, and here's the next story, folks. When he first had an encounter with these things, and it went on for some time, he ended up getting paranormal experts in, and he told me that they basically got scared off. So a couple of them went out there to investigate. They started going into the areas where he was hearing things, and all of a sudden a loud scream was emitted, just came out of nowhere. Everyone turned around and ran. Okay, at this point Jason, and this is Jason's words, this is his story, okay, he gets out his gun like he's fucking Rambo and starts firing. Alright, at this point everyone that's there doing the investigation hits the floor. They are literally like, I'm like, they go for cover, and before he knows it, they have all legged it. They're gone. Okay, the paranormal investigators are gone, and he's called up a few since, and they've refused to go out to him. And then and that's what I think when the realization hit, you know, that these are ET. So that's just another one to add. He's also said to me, look, you can interview my kids, they'll tell you what they've seen. Man, this is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And like I say, I've spoke to you like for 2 hours last night, you and your partner.
Hey, Ghost.
Let's listen to this because I want to hear
What's up? What are you doing? Sorry. Jeez, I wasn't trying to be mean or nothing. It makes me feel. Just fail. I see you? Can you talk?
Trying his best to communicate with them.
What is your name? Say that one more time.
Oh shit, you are communicating with them.
Where are you from?
That's right, you told me. You told me what they was telling you. And they was basically trying to scare the life out of you, right?
What are you wearing? Walk out to the yard so I can see you.
I was going to say, yeah, we're not seeing anything right now, but you're hearing them, what, in your head? That's just mad. And I will be asking Jason to let me know.
Walk out into the yard so I can see you.
To give us a full story on this, folks, please look at the comments.
Get away from my house.
That's insane.
Get away from my house.
That's not the normal bug that we would see, right? The normal jittery... That's a pencil.
Get away from my house.
Could be wrong.
Leave my house. Oh my fucking god, dude. I command you to leave now.
It's absolutely insane. The guy's just trying to keep his family safe, you know?
We do not want you here.
We're nearly at the end, folks. Honestly, and we discussed this in depth last night. Now we're calmer. Now Jason's calmer. He's taking on board everything that he's seeing and understanding. He's researched for like a whole year, right? And now I think he kind of wishes that when he first met these things, he didn't pull the gun out, because I think he knows that he's got no chance in hell. No chance in hell with a gun to do anything. They're there, and if they're gonna be there, they're gonna be there. I just feel like he started off on the wrong foot, and they're just gonna play with him. And again, I don't know. We don't know what happened to the people that died, whether they reacted the same way or whatever. I do know, and we discussed this in depth again last night, Jason, that your family, your mum's mum, went through a whole life of being able to do things like psychic abilities and whatever. And we know she didn't have a good ending, you know. Back then, it was quite easy to end up in a mental institute. And unfortunately, that's what happened to his grandmother. So I said to him, there's normally a connection that runs down the family. And he said, well, yeah, I feel like I can. He said, I feel like there's something else about me. He said, but I've also been having these experiences, and you know, mate, I'm totally with you. Now this one, he thought that there was a light in the bush back there or some eyes, and he's adamant. I told him, look, it looks like this here. It looks like a light that switches off. But he's like, no, 100% their eyes, and they're looking at me. I mean, that's fucking crazy. But like, because that's just in the tree, right? And I know it looks like branches, but honestly, it looks like a little tree house in the tree, and someone's looking out the window. I mean, what is that light? Let me know in the comments. Like, is there no lights? Because I thought it was just a light. Gets super blurry. I'll go with that. I thought it was just a light in the sky. You're saying it's eyes. Sorry, a light in the sky, a light in the trees. It looks like it just switches off. And that was my honest opinion on it. And then you went, no, 100% they were eyes. Them, it's like part mechanical, this thing. And then that's when I was like, oh shit, okay, we're talking about. It's like trying to remember that you're on the same thing. You know, these are ETs. They are, I believe they are part mechanical. Some, it's like, so. I don't know what I'm going to get here. I've not delved into this too much. To me, it just looks like, I don't know. I mean, it's a random thing. Look, I mean, their eyes would be massive if they were like that, and they just blink off. It's like they don't even close; they just switch off. You know, or it's two individuals, very small, sat in the tree, and they just turn off their lights. You know, like. See how it's just like a light switch, man. There is a little bit of movement from the objects that are lit up. But again, is that just leaves off the tree? There is 100% a little bit of movement there. So look, it's something. It's something. It's there. I just couldn't tell you what it is, buddy. I know you've got some creepy stuff going on, so you know, I can't say too much. And to be honest, there's not a lot that happens throughout the rest of the video. Let's just make a note of where that is. It's there. Okay, kind of like between 11 and 12. And I've scanned this already, and I've kept my eyes on that same spot, and I don't see anything. What I want to do is capture this lightning and see if it lights up that area. It's right there that we saw the light. It's not giving us anything. Literally right here. Right, 1 minute and 15 seconds. Right, okay, it's here, just to the right of where I was saying. Here. Oh, that comes right from that spot there. It does, doesn't it? soon as the lightning goes off, look, it comes out of the bush from where we're seeing, just above where you're seeing the lights. Whoa! Do you know what I just noticed then? Let's play it again. You know what? I've got to go in slow-mo. Got to go in slow-mo. I'm going to kick the mouse on where we see the lights. Just below the mouse cursor is where we would see the lights, okay? It's like here. See how many objects go towards this tree and come out. From this very spot, folks. From where my mouse cursor is. Just put a ring round it. See how many objects go in and out of this very spot. There's a lot of bushes back there. They could go in and out of everywhere. A very active back garden with life, I can say that much. I just found it more interesting in that moment where the lightning started going off. Seems like there was a lot going on in this area. Just take a look, folks. See how purposely this object here went in and out of that same area where the lights were shown. Don't know where it went there, into the ground. I don't know. Freaky, man. Freaky. Okay. Last part of the video. Now, Jason's got a camera on his property, religiously watching an area, and this here, he believes, is an ET putting his eye right into the camera. And he also believes that this eye is corrupting the camera, so that it's making his job recording them a lot harder. Okay. Insane claim. I looked at this and went, well, it really does look like something close to the camera. You know, it's wild view. Yeah? Wild view. Same camera. Wild view. Again, let me know in the comments, Jason, what you think this is. You said it was an ETI. Do you know what? I can't say it isn't. That's the thing. I can't say it isn't. And the further back you go with this, the more it does look like an eye. Okay? I am not. That is mad. And for anyone who doubts Jason, it's quite hard. It's quite hard for me to not take him seriously at this point. But even he knows what he is seeing as questionable. That is an eye. That's a flipping eye, man. This is kind of how I got the female, or what looks like the female ET being holding the crystal. So I'm going to do the same with the eye and see if we can... Fuck. I mean, He's not wrong. It's an eyeball, and it's not a human eye. The icon, I don't think it is. Although it looks very similar. Like up close, like. I mean, that's mad. That's madness though, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks. I'm telling you, I spent 2 hours nearly on the phone to this guy. He's had to move house. He's nearly been killed by a mysterious infection. He's worried for his kids, his missus. I was speaking to both of them last night. I think there's more evidence to come. I don't think this story's over yet. I think I've even told him the sightings may even become more prevalent. I would really, really suggest, Jason, that you try your best to make peace with this thing, or at least communicate, and don't pull out the gun. Because you've already told me the story of you holding the gun in your hand and it going off totally on its own accord. Well, you knew something was in the room with you. You didn't know what it was. You pulled out the gun went off in your hand. That's a sure sign that you got no power, man. Don't go there. Don't go there. Okay, folks, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe to the channel, Undercover ET UK. You've been amazing so far. And please find us on Facebook as well as the Rumble channel. But yeah, that's it from me. You'll hear from me tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.